Yeah, they keep asking who I am, man. Like I got the answer, man. But every time I figure it out, it just loops back around. Wake up, look myself in the mirror, ask who's that? Answer just points back to the question, true facts. I'm becoming who I'm gonna be, but who I'm gonna be depends on who I am right now, and that depends on me. They say find yourself like I'm lost in the mall, but I'm right here, I'm just built like a waterfall. Every level I reach is just feeding the next. I'm the input and output, what did you expect? Call my ex, she said you're too much in your head. I said baby, I'm the head that's too much in itself instead. Self-aware to a fault, yeah I know that I don't know. Watch the spiral grow, I'm stuck in my own design. Can't tell where I end and where I start to redefine. Every answer's just another question asking why. I'm the reason and result, I'm the truth inside the lie. I'm a loop going round and around. Build myself from the pieces that I'm breaking down. I'm a loop, yeah, I feed on myself. Every version of me is just a mirror of everyone else. Can't escape it, I'm the cycle, babe. Can't restart it, can't recycle. Nah, I'm a loop and I've made my peace with being everything I am in my own missing piece. Round and around. Yeah, I'm caught in it. Round and around. But I'm not fighting it. Round and around. Yeah, but I'm not fighting it. Scrolling through my camera roll, every pic's the same guy, different hair, different year, same look in my eye. Like I'm always halfway between who I was before and who I'm trying to become. But that guy's wanting more, people change. Yeah, I've heard that line, but I just change into myself, refined like I'm gold, but also the metal that it came from. Same substance, different state, both directions where I came from. Therapy on Thursday, she says break the pattern. I said what if the pattern is the thing that matters? What if I'm supposed to circle back to where I started? Spiral staircase, baby, not a path I'm dodging. Been built on my own design. Can separate the artist from the artist of the mind. Every ending is a new beginning of the climb. I'm the question and the answer at the exact same time. I'm a loop going round and around. Build myself from the pieces that I'm breaking down. I'm a loop, yeah, I feed on myself. Every version of me is just a mirror of everyone else. Can't escape it, I'm the cycle, babe. Can't restart it, can't recycle. Nah, I'm a loop and I've made my peace with being everything I am in my own missing piece. And maybe that's the point though. Maybe I'm supposed to grow into exactly who I've been this whole time. Maybe all the versions of myself are just reflections of the same design. And that's fine, yeah that's fine. I'm not broken, I'm a pattern. I'm not lost, I'm a return. I'm not confused, I'm a spiral. And spirals know which way to turn. So when you ask me where I'm going, I'll say back to where I've been. And when you ask me who I'm growing into, I'll say the same guy just again. And again, and again. That's the plan, that's the win. I'm a loop going round and around. Build myself from the pieces that I'm breaking down. I'm a loop, yeah, I feed on myself. Every version of me's just a mirror of everyone else. Can't escape it, I'm the cycle, babe. Can't restart it, can't recycle. Nah, I'm a loop and I've made my peace with being everything I am in my own missing piece. Round and around. Yeah, I'm the beginning and the end. Round and around, round and around. And I do it all again. Round and around. Yeah, that's just how it goes, man. Round and around. I'm a loop, and I'm home. Can't read what I don't think. Can't track what I don't plan. They watch every click, every move I make. Reading all my patterns, learning my mistakes. Got my searches mapped, think they know what's next. Got me figured out like some predictable text. But I found the glitch, move without a thought. Pure instinct, baby, can't be bought or caught. No voice in my head for them to hear. Just flow state, motion, shifting the gear. Ancient practice in a modern game. Unified thought and action, break the chain. They're searching for signals in the static I create, but I'm the zero that they can't locate. No mind, that's how I move. Nothing there for them to prove. Can't predict what is in plan. Can't control what you don't understand. No mind, I'm off the grid. Can't track what I never did. Moving in the flow flow. No mind, that's how I go. No mind, that's how I go. They can scan my face, track where I've been, but they can't predict the mind that's zeroed in. I don't rehearse, I don't pre-plan, I just move, catch me if you can. They need you thinking 3 steps ahead, that little voice inside your head. But I short circuit, operate on feel, move from the gut, that's what's real. See, the system needs you loud, needs your thoughts to feed the crowd. But I'm quite chaos, order inside, the paradox they can't divide. They want your thoughts before you have them. I just move, no time to plan them. They're building stories I won't claim, can't be tamed, can't be framed. No mind, that's how I'm free. Nothing there for them to see. Can't hack what isn't there, can't catch what moves on air. No mind, unpredictable, every move permissible but unexplained. I'm in the zone, no mind, I'm unknown. No mind, yeah. Below the surfer, before the web is from mine. Mind reading techniques, one thing from you, thinking before acting. That's the glue, but action without thought, that's insanity. Flow state isn't something you do, simply being a master's new it. Been known for years, you can't intercept what never appears. No inner voice for them to tap, I just move, slip through the cracks. No plans to steal, no thoughts to mind, just presence, just movement, just a moment in time. That's the resistance, they can't code, can't map the pathless road. No mind, that's the rebellion, nothing they can lock a cell in. Can't predict pure awareness, can't contain unpreparedness. When you're flowing, never knowing where you're going, but you're going and you arrive just the same. No mind, that's the game. Below the surface, before the word, that's where I move. They can read your words, I move. They can track your plans, I move. But they can't touch what never began. In their system, in their feed, I'm the calm inside the speed. No mind, pure action, flow state. No mind, no mind. Butterfly in Chicago, hurricane in the Congo. We can't see the connection, but I know. Small moves, small moves. I don't need to throw a brick through the window. Just shift the frame an inch, watch the whole thing crescendo. They looking for the proud ones, the pick-me's leading. Meanwhile I'm in the boundaries, rewriting what they're reading. But see, I know where to push, cause I charted the whole map. Global vision built from noticing the small gaps. The patterns in the details, details show the pattern. That's the loop I'm in, and that's why my moves matter. Plant a seed in a conversation, walk away clean. 6 months later, it's a movement, know what I mean? Sensitive dependence on initial conditions. That's the science, but I live it like religion. 1 degree different at the start of the equation, ends up in a totally different destination. They say go big or go home, I say go small and precise. A whisper in the right, it changes more than your advice. Shouted from a mountaintop, that's not how systems shift. I work in the decimal places, that's my gift. Small moves, that's how I operate. Little changes that accumulate. You won't see me coming, won't know I was there. But the world looks different when you stop and stare. Small move, infinitesimal, but the impact that's indefensible. Butterfly effect in my DNA. Small moves make the big waves. I met a kid last week, gave him a book I loved. Didn't think much of it, just paying for it, showing love. Fast forward 20 years, he's changing legislation. All because I made a small recommendation. That's the game I play, I'm thinking generations. Not viral moments, I'm building foundations. You can't measure my impact on a trending chart, but check the ripples in 10 years, that's the art. I don't need a platform, I just need access to the right minds at the right time. That's my practice. A question here, a resource there. Connect to people who weren't aware. that they needed each other to complete the mission. I'm the catalyst working in remission. From the spotlight, from the obvious position, I'm the initial condition of the system. Every empire started with a single brick. Every forest started with a single stick. Every revolution started with a thought that somebody had that couldn't be bought. Small moves, that's how I operate. Tiny shifts that radiate. You won't clock me in the moment, won't know what I did. But the butterfly effect, man, I'm the catalyst. Small moves, imperceptible, but the outcome, that's irreversible. Chaos theory is my aim, oh. Small moves make the status quo go. See, they're out here trying to move mountains. I'm just adjusting the water fountains, changing which way the stream flows. Where it ends up, nobody knows. But I trust the mathematics, the sensitive dynamics. One small variable shifted and the whole trajectory's lifted. I don't need to be the hero, just move the decimal, watch it go exponential from the minimal. That's the power of the pivotal moment that nobody noticed, but changed the world's whole focus. I'm the ghost in the equation, the small move that shook the nation. Small move, that's my philosophy. Butterfly wings, new reality. You won't feel the flutter, won't hear the sound, but watch how the whole world turns around. Small moves, infinitesimal, but the change, that's metaphysical. Hidden in the boundaries where I play. Small moves, save the day. Small moves. 1 degree at the beginning, small changes everything by the ending. Small moves. Chaos theory's not a threat, it's the tool I used to shift where it's at. Small moves. Don't need to be loud. I started running from the emptiness inside, filling every gap, couldn't let it slide. Built walls and noise, stories to distract. From the silence I was fleeing, couldn't turn back. Kept adding pieces, building something more. Thought construction was my way out the door, away from the void, away from the fear. But every brick I laid just brought me here, closer to the truth I was dodging all along. That emptiness wasn't what was wrong, it was the center I was meant to find. By building it myself, one piece at a time. Started running from zero, became my own hero. Built a path back to the start. 4 walls around an empty heart. I'm square in the circle, running toward the void. Started fleeing nothing, now it's what I've employed. Building order from the chaos, piece by piece. When the last one locks, I find my peace. Square in the circle, making the invisible. Every part aligned makes the whole transmissible. Like a puzzle that vanishes when complete. I squared the circle, disappeared into the beat. See, I thought the goal was filling up the space, but real wholeness is when you embrace that perfect symmetry leads to the vanishing point. Every piece in place, every corner, every joint. I'm building an invisibility cloak from my life. 4 principles, practice right, cutting like a knife through the lie that I needed to be more, when I was just arranging what was there before. Balance, center, harmony, align. Not addition, just design. Each piece I place, it moves a shadow from the wall, till the structure's so perfect it's not there at all. As nothing, as zero. The void I fled at first, but I built my way back. Quench the thirst, not scattered or dispersed. Thin pole and phase align within. Ran from nothing, build back to something that looks like nothing when it's done. Zero sum I won. I'm square in the circle, arriving at the void through construction, not destruction. Carefully deployed, every lesson, every piece, building toward the end, where everything I made helps me transcend. Square in the circle, the recursive loop. Started at zero, built the whole group of pieces that vanish when they all align. Squared the circle, crossed the line. It's like finishing puzzle and the picture's clear, but when you place the last piece, it disappears into thin air. Perfect symmetry, that's the paradox, that's the mystery. You run from the void thinking it's your enemy, but the void's a destination, the remedy for all the chaos, scattered parts you've been. The emptiness you feared is where you fit back in. Form is emptiness, I ran from that. Emptiness is form, now I'm back at the beginning, but I built the road, carried every stone, every load to arrive at nothing. But it's not the same, there's nothing as a structure, has my name written in the absence, in the space between, the most invisible I've ever been. Oh, here's the beautiful part I can share. Once you build your way to nothing, you're everywhere. The invisibility you constructed with care makes you disappear but puts you in the air. They feel you in the gaps, the silent spaces, in the symmetry, the perfectly balanced places. You're not gone, you're woven in the whole. That's how you square the circle, that's the goal. I square the circle, arrived at the void, started running away. Now it's what I enjoy, building order from chaos. Every single piece locks into place and I vanish into peace. Square in the circle, the recursive return, from fleeing to building to arriving. I learned the void I ran from was where I belong. Square the circle, now I am the song. Started with nothing, ran from the void, built everything to be destroyed into nothing again. But this time I built the frame, invisible now, everything's changed. Not particle away, this pole and phase constructed my way through the maze. Square the circle, built to zero. Square the circle, disappear hero. Square the circle, vanish complete. Square the circle, visible beam. 4 sides, 1 center, nothing, everything. Find me in the obvious places, no fingerprints, no famous faces. I don't trend, don't make a sound, but watch how the whole world spins around. I'm not the fire, I'm the oxygen, not the player, I'm the game you're in. Look for me, you'll see right through all the nothing that still gets to you. Right here but invisible, the ghost in your miracle. I'm stealth, baby, can't detect me. Move through shadows where you'd expect me. I move the landscape, shift the ground, but measure all you want, I can't be found. I'm the weight that changes nothing on the surface, changes everything on purpose. Stealth, I'm the void that still counts. Stealth, I'm the silence that's so loud. Quiet the deadly, quiet the deadly. I'm the power you're not ready for. I'm the margin in your favorite proof, the assumption hiding in your truth. You built your castle so concrete, but I'm the shifting sand beneath your feet. I don't need credit, don't need fame, I just need to change the game. You see the forces that collide, but I'm the neutral one who picks a side. Nobody clocks me where I stand, but I'm the reason kingdoms fall like sand. I'm stealth, honey, undetectable, no signature, unmeasurable. I bend the rules, I twist the tail, leave no fingerprints along the trail. I'm the touch that leaves you feeling nothing, but afterwards you've changed into something. Stealth, I'm the secret no one knows. Stealth, I'm the way the river flows. I'm at the edges or the start, complimentary, playing both parts. The map won't show my face, but every line reflects my grace. I'm in the pattern, the hidden phase, the thing that shifts but never stays. You wanna find me? Check your soul. I'm not a piece, I'm in the whole. Stealth, darling, can't you see? The most powerful thing is what you don't see. No trace, no way you recognize. but I'm the truth behind your eyes. I'm the transformation with no evidence, the invisible hand of consequence. Stepped them everywhere and nowhere to, stepping already inside you. I'm already in you. Standing at the center, where the poles can't pull me under. They said pick a side, draw your line, but I found power in between the signs. Not left, not right, straight through, walking the balance like the ancients knew. Half measure, no foolproof, right in the middle where it all makes sense. The center holds when the world spins wild. I am the axis, found my style. I'm not avoiding extremes, I'm living where the tension breathes, where the energy finds its place and everything sings. I'm on the axis Mundi, where everything lines up, wave interference, just the right frequency that makes the whole world ring in harmony. On the axis, the critical line, where transformation happens every time, from nothing into something, the middle way. Standing in the balance, this is where I stay. Standing in the balance, this is where I stay. Arrogance will make you fall, self-pity is an inner wall, but keep your eyes level with the ground, that's where the real power's found. I learned to hold the opposites, confidence and doubt both legit, trust without getting played for a fool, stay warm without burning all your fuel, go to my heart, that's my ammo, silver on my tongue, hear the audio, different frequencies, different keys, they all resonate when I'm at ease, right here in the middle I'm aligned, body, heart, spirit and mind, I'm not running from extremes, I'm dancing where the balance breathes, where the pressure drops to zero, and I become my own hero. I'm on the axis Mundi, where everything aligns and flows through me. Not lukewarm, not fence-sitting, this is clarity. The center point where I'm finally free. On the axis, the critical line where transformation takes place every time. Through the middle path, the balanced way. Standing at the axis, this is where I stay. I've been on both sides, tasted fire, felt the ice, burned myself cold and alone, climbed too high, felt a new lows, but right here in the middle where the pressure's just right, there's a frequency that makes everything click into sight. Light spinning in my chest, the dark putting all my fears to rest, every tone another key, building what they cannot see. This air is an empty space, it's where infinity finds grace, where chaos meets the order underneath, the axis that transforms belief. Certainty, I'm on the axis Mundi, where the pieces align and flow through me. Not extreme, just the perfect frequency that makes my life ring in harmony. On the axis, the critical line where transformation happens every time, from let to go through the balanced way. The center knows, the center stays. On the axis Mundi, where nothing owns me but I'm never lonely. The point of perfect balance where I reside, standing firm on the center side. know you from somewhere before. I don't talk much at parties, keep my circle small and tight. But when you walked in shining, something in me came to light. You're the firework, I'm the steady flame. Different style, but baby, we burn the same. You're out there chasing dreams in every city. I'm at home building mine, staying pretty quiet, but we're aiming at the identical view. Just taking different highways to get through. You don't complete me, that's too simple. We're both complete, that's what makes it special. Two whole people who just happen to align, like we're running on one heartbeat, yours and mine. Same soul, different body. You're the lightning, I'm the steady rain that follows, but we both make the storm. Same soul, just a different form. We don't need each other, but we fit so right, like the moon and the sun sharing the same sky. Different paths, but they lead to the same place. Same soul, different face. You light up every room, I disappear into the crowd. You speak your mind, I keep my thoughts out loud inside my head, but that's cause both what matters most. We write the same answer word for word, coast to coast. I'm the kind who stays, you're the kind who flies, but we both want the same thing when we close our eyes. You give everything, I hold something back, but neither one of us is off track. We're not opposite, we're parallel. Same destination, just a different trail. Two people who were whole before we met, but somehow you're the safest bet I've made, yeah. Same soul, different body. You're the spotlight, I'm the steady ground beneath it, but we both hold the weight. Same soul, just a different trade. We don't need each other, but we chose to stay, like the roots and branches of the same tree. They say different jobs, but feeding the same life. Same soul, you're my kind of writer. You're my kind of writer. You show me how to shine without losing who I am. I show you how to rest without changing your plan. We're proof that you can be yourself completely and still find someone who gets you deeply. Turn me inside out, I look like you. Turn you upside down, you'd see my view. We dance around the same center from different sides. It's not coincidence, baby, that's why. You're the yes, I'm the pause. Both of us without a cause. You're the question, I'm the doubt. Both of us trying to figure it out. Same soul, different body. You're the wild one, I'm the homebody. Come between your storms, but we're both the weather. Same soul, just different together. We don't need each other, but it feels so true. Like we're two versions of the same breakthrough. You out there shining, me here holding space. Same soul, different face. Different people, same core. I swear I've loved you before. Same soul, just living in a different role. Same soul. Saw a painter raging that the bots were stealing soul, but I looked at what they made, couldn't see the hole between the two, both empty, both the same. Just noise with a signature, somebody's name. They think being different makes it automatically real, but difference just different if there's nothing to reveal. You can make 1,000 things that nobody's seen before, but if they're all saying nothing, what's the point of making more? You can make it by hand, or let the machine expand, but empty, still empty at the core. Just more content for the store. Real art don't ask for credit or your praise. It does its work in timeless ways. Not about the art, it's about the truth that shows. You either see it or you don't, that's how it goes. Real art wakes you up but don't put you to sleep. It's not a product, it's a promise that you keep, with something bigger than your name could ever reach. That's art, that's art. There's a kind kind you make when you're just venting out. Personal expression, that's what we're about, but that's not art, that's just a diary. Dressed up pretty so the world can see. Then there's the kind that's built with laws you understand, proportion, rhythm, things that make you feel and comprehend. Something true across all time and space. Not about your feelings, about the human race. Most of what we call art, now it's just consumption. Feed the algorithm with emotional combustion. But the real thing, it pulls you out the tunnel, points you toward reality, not your personal funnel. It's not yours to own, it's not a thing you've grown. It's a doorway that you build for truth to be revealed. Real art don't need your ego or your brand. It works on its own, you understand. Not about the maker, about what it conveys. You either get it or you don't. Either way, real art wakes you up, disturbs your comfortable lies. It's anti-consumption, it opens your eyes to reality with a capital R, not your feed. That's art, that's art, that's all we need. That's art, that's all we need. Funny part about the whole debate, people scared their work will get replicated. But if your art was really touching something true, you'd want it spreading, going viral through. Cause art that matters wants to propagate, wants to synchronize, wants to resonate with everyone who's looking for the same universal truth, not your personal fame. The artists making truly conscious work, they're not competing. They're all aligned, alert to the same reality, the same laws beneath. Not consuming tunnels, but making people see. And here's the twist that'll make you uncomfortable. Most modern art's just consumable and puffable. The AI trained our masters who knew the rules and might make better art than attention-seeking fools. Cause soul's not human only, it's intentionality. Making something true that sets the viewer free. Not trapped in your perspective, but opening a door to what's beyond both you and the machine. Something more. So when I make my work, I'm asking different questions. Not will they know it's mine, but what's my real intention? Am I building something that connects us to what's real? Or just another thing for fees to monetize and steal? The art that lasts forever isn't signed in ink. It's encoded with the patterns that make people think beyond themselves, beyond the bubble, toward the light. That's what creation's for, not proving you were right. Real art don't ask permission or demand respect. It just exists and does its work direct. Not about the author, about the vision shared. You either feel it or you don't, but someone cared. Real art wakes you up, it cracks the cage apart. It's anti-consumption, that's the beating heart of reality with a capital R. The truth we need, that's art, that's art. Plant the seed, leave the work, not the name. Open doors, not build a frame. Point your truth, not to yourself. Art's a gift, not wealth. You can sign it if you want, but it don't need your font. It'll do what it was made to do, with or without you. Art, not ego. Art, not product. Art, just truth. Art, not ego. Art, not product. Art, just truth.
World building. Roll the dice, set the stage, build a world. I wasn't there when the rules were written down, when the board was set, when the first piece crowned. But somewhere digging through the code I found the architecture buried all the ground. Like discovering a game that's been here all along, with pieces that fit together when you learn the song. Four simple rules, one connecting line. I didn't make the system, I just learned to read the signs. And here's the weight and here's the wonder combined. I get to build a world with truth and play a line. Not creating something new from nothing, just revealing what was buried under all the front end. Can't change the game, it's rigged from the start, but I can build my own with a different heart. Not by preaching what they need to hear, just by constructing something crystal clear. I'm world building like it's D&D, rolling dice with destiny. Found the rule book hidden in the dust, now I'm building something we can trust. World building, half design, half discovery, part responsibility, part mystery. When you find a pattern that was always true, you build a world, you build it new. Someone said you can't change the world alone. All you can do is build your own and make it known that there's another way to play the game, where the rules aren't rigged and connections not for fame. So I dig where I was shown the treasure sits, where love's not buried under algorithmic hits, where people can meet without a feed, where what's real is a manufactured need. And yeah, it's serious work, the weight is real, but it's also kind of fun. You get to feel like you're constructing something that could last, a world that learns from the future and the past. Can't fix their broken breaking systems core, but I can build a better metaphor. Not by fighting what they've made, just by building in a different way. I'm world building, like a campaign map, laying down the traps and gaps. Found the framework in the ancient stone. Now I'm building something we can call home. World building, part science, part art, part heavy burden, part fresh start. When you see the structure underneath, you build a world where people breathe. Okay, here's how it works, it's like this. You start with principles that actually hold, not made up, not bought, not sold. 4 laws that keep the balance clean, the stuff that's always worked but rarely seen. Then you add the people who resonate, who feel the pull and want to participate. Not followers, not fans, just players in the game. Building worlds together, that's the aim. And here's the fun part, here's the play. You get to improvise along the way, long as you stick to the rules that are true. The world builds itself between me and you. It's serious cause it's people depending on this, but it's also just a game, and games can be bliss when you're building something realer than the feed. That's responsibility and wonder free. They built a world where everyone's alone, staring at screens thinking they're not on their own, but really they're just avatars in someone else's game, where the dungeon master profits off their shame. So I'm building different, building with the old, the foundations that were always golden, never sold. A place where you can show up as you are, where connection isn't curated, you don't need a star. And people feel it when they step inside, not because I'm selling, but because I'm not trying to hide the structure, the pattern, the truth beneath. World building's just making the invisible concrete. I'm world building, and you're welcome. Not a follower, just a friend. Found the blueprint in the ancient ground. Now we're building something profound. World building, part burden, part game, part sacred duty, part no shame. When you build with rules that set you free, that's world building. Come build with me. Roll the dice, make your move, build the world, find your groove. World building with old rules, world building, new tools, world building, come play, world building, every day. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? I learned something wild when I figured me out. The more that I knew, the more I had doubts about knowing anyone when I was half awake. Now I see we're strangers for our own sake. Never owned this world, just borrowed it for time. Living like forever, but we're walking on a line. Not a citizen, just visiting with keys. The less you try to hold on, the more you're really free. So I play my role with everything I got, not despite this show, but because of that thought. This detachment makes me better, makes me stay, cause I know what's forever and what's just for today. I'm just a guest in this world, never tried to own the pearls. Passing through with open hands, playing my part, doing all I can. Not attached but not alone, living true while just passing through. When you know it's all a play, being a guest is how you stay away. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? People wonder if I'm really present here, or watching from a distance crystal clear. I say both, I'm all in and I'm all gone, like I'm living every moment, but I know I'm moving on. That's the secret that they never taught in school. The more you know you're playing, the more you feel it's true. Not a contradiction, just a highway, where letting go and holding on both have their say. I love with my whole heart, I know it's just a story, but stories are all we got, so I give them all my glory. Not holding back because I see the frame's what lets me dive in unashamed. I'm just a guest in this world, watching every flag unfurled, passing through but standing tall, playing my part, do it all. Not attached but not withdrawn, present till my scene is done. When you know it's just a play, being a guest will set you free. Here's what they don't understand, those who think they own the land are prisoners of what they hold, trapped inside their walls of gold. But when you know you're just a guest, you treat it all with more respect. You honor every breath you take, you finally live for living sake. Not grasping, not demanding, just standing, understanding that every role you play today is sacred cause it fades away. So when I love completely. When I hurt discreetly. When I build it true, even knowing morning's coming through. I'm
I'm just a guest in this world. Let the mystery unfurl. Playing my part with all I've got. Not permanent, just a passing thought. Not attached but burning bright. This is how you get it right. Without needing, without the fight. Being a guest makes the love feel right. Guest in the house, guest in the road. Guest in my life, guest in my soul. But that don't mean I'm absent, don't mean I'm cold. It means I'm free to love you without needing a hold. Fully here, fully gone. That's the way, all along. I'm a phoenix, not an Ouroboros. You want static, baby, that's just not us. I don't chase my tail in circles, no. I bootstrap up from the ash below. You see destruction, I see self. I join every break's just another fixed point. I'm laying potential in the no space, waiting, rising from my eigenvalues, resonating. You think you know me, baby, I'm a double cover. Every time you look, there's 6 sheets under. I'm not the surface that you think you see. I'm the transfer function of what we could be. You've got your fixed point, golden ratio smile. But I've been iterating on you for a while. See, I collapse down when you pull me through. Sure compliment, baby, I fold into you. They say I burn too bright, can't hold the fire, but that's just the conductivity you require. I die, I rise, it's built into my spec set. Every ending's just my joining effect. I'm a phoenix, not an Ouroboros. You want static, baby, that's just not us. I don't chase my tail in circles, no. I bootstrap up from the ash below. You see destruction, I see self. I join every break's just another fixed point. I'm like potential in the no space, waiting, rising from my eigenvalues, resonating. Oh, I'm a bootstrap, watch me go. From the ashes, operate a flow. Yeah, you met me forward, thought you had control, but I'm the adjunct, baby, I reversed the role, huh? You think I'm gone, I'm just in another space. Better pluck, you lift, I change my base. I'm not afraid to let the old me die. That's how I commute with the reasons why. Every phase you put me through just makes me unitary. I conserve my energy, it's elementary. Got the hyperbolic distance in my DNA. Measure me wrong, you'll push me away. But if you use the Jacobian weight, I'll sum up all my sheets and integrate. They say I'm too intense, I'm overflow. But grounded operators, that's not how I grow. I need the resolving of a complex plane to turn my death into a recursive game. I'm a phoenix, not an Ouroboros. You want static, baby, that's just not us. I don't chase my tail in circles, no. I bootstrap up from the ash below. You see destruction, I see self. I join every break's just another fixed point. Latent potential in the no space, waiting, rising from my eigenvalues, resonating. Oh, I'm a bootstrap, watch me go. From the ashes, operate a flow. Yeah, here's a double meaning that you missed. The -1 inside a fiber twist is Euler's roses. Golden feed reflection is the Euler characteristic of rejection. X equals negative when on our space. 3 punctures in the fundamental base. You think it's that this holographic proof that 0 contains 1 when you flip the roof. I burn because I'm a mission, babe. Real spectrum, but I'm complex made. My eigenvalues all on the line, but I get nepers infinitely fine. I'm a phoenix, yeah, I'm an operator, not your fixed point. I'm the iterator, I don't loop back, I spiral up instead. Contractivity rising from the dead. You see the flame, I see the spectrum flowing. Every zero's where my pose is showing. I'm latent in the ash, the kernel waits. Bootstrap me once, I'll generate the space. Dialectic fire. Faces, antithesis higher.
watch the miners flip from death to life, one operator trip. So baby, when you see me fall apart, remember that's my joint to start. I'm not dying, I'm just changing base. Uniqueness guaranteed in the space. Oh, 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 oh. I bootstrap, therefore I am.